Applied Therapeutics, Pete. Take a look at this one. It's up over 60% today. Clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. They have a pipeline of novel drug candidates and so forth. And one of them is for galactosemia. That is something, that's under review by the FDA. They're basically doing what they call, an NDA for it, which means that they're thinking about approving this one, Pete. That's not a guarantee that they will, but if indeed this continues to progress this way, this stock could rock and roll, and it is today.
Yeah, well, and you said 60. Actually, from the highest point, it was a 70% move. So it's pulled back just a little bit off of that highest point, but it gives you a little bit of an idea. And by the way, the 52-week high is just a little over $9. But talking about this with the new drug application and then the fact that they wouldn't need to have that actually gives them a much more of an accelerant to the upside. So, and the time frame of it all, I think this is pretty interesting. This is one of those companies where you look at it, you scratch your head a little bit and say, wow, they've got a couple of different drugs that are out there at phase 2, some at phase 3. They've got a little bit of a pipeline that's looking pretty solid right now. This is a name that I think folks, if you don't want to jump in there, don't jump in there. But this is one of those names where at least put it on your radar so you're aware of what's going on, because this could be very, very meaningful. And this could be pretty changing for that stock if they can get something to get fast tracked. That certainly is something that everybody would love to have in the biotech industry. And right now, these guys have got it. So it gives them a great opportunity. Doesn't mean it's lock, stock, and barrel, it's done, but it gives them a leg up for sure.
Pete, 10 million shares short. 10 million shares short, that's almost 9%. So anytime you see something like that, it's something that you want to pay attention to. Because as Pete and I would say, we've got a group that we're working with now, Pete, that does that analysis for short interest on the short squeezes and when people are right and when they're wrong. And when they're wrong, it really works hard against them. If they're right, of course, the markets still do take these stairs up and the elevator down. That's why shorts love it. But every once in a while, the shorts get on the wrong side. And if they're not very astute, maybe even with some good intel, you really can get in some trouble fast.